AD explore option aiming to create leverage in future restructuring of college football, basketball. Last month, the professional organization representing FBS athletic directors issued what amounted to a veiled ultimatum. The overwhelming majority of those AD at the lead association meeting in Washington, D.C. had a strong preference the NCAA continue running major college football if the association can be more streamlined and less bureaucratic. Or else, what? The answer has opened the door to perhaps not a breakaway of major college football and basketball, but at least a warming picture of what a new structure would look like. A growing number of those 80 believe they have a unique and powerful hammer as leverage if the NCAA doesn't clean up its act. If not, a lead executive said, we would explore other options. Among those implied options, CBS Sport has learned is leveraging school participation in the NCAA tournament. While a spirit basketball tournament operated outside of the NCAA isn't likely anytime soon, the AD realization they could create such an event provide a picture as to how the NCAA two biggest sports will be run in the future. A football breakaway has long been discussed. It is more likely than one in basketball, as the NCAA power diminishes as membership has demanded a reorganization of the 117-year-old organization. Approximately 80 FBS AD traveled to lead mid-September meeting in person. Another 20 participated virtually, putting 100 out of 131 total in attendance. They saw two compelling presentations made by former West Virginia AD and NCAA executive Oliver Luck and North Carolina Associate Professor of Sport Administration Erin Wade. One presentation was a model with college football continuing to operate inside the NCAA. The other showed the FBS going completely independent of the NCAA, according to a source. It was about as anonymous as it could get, lead CEO Tom McMillan said of his membership reaction to football government. It was fix it or we will seriously consider move option. Basketball is involved in the discussion because the revenue from the NCAA tournament is used by the association to essentially run major college football. The NCAA doesn't sponsor a FBS championship. Meanwhile, the tournament is the mother's milk of the association itself, bringing approximately $800 per year. Approximately 80% of that goes back to the members. Macmillan compared more oversight of major college sport by his members to a discharge petition. In parliamentary procedure, such an act makes bringing a bill to the floor for a vote without a report from a committee. In this case, the committee represents the bureaucracy of NCAA. If the AD stand together, they can almost accomplish anything, Macmillan said. LEAD is essentially an advisory group when it comes to NCAA matters, but change has to start somewhere. Ohio State AD Jane Smith raised eyebrows last summer when he suggested to ESPN that the college football playoff take over FBS. He was not alone. In December 2020, the reform-minded Knight Commission essentially suggested the same thing. LEAD and its members hope to gain more power over major college sport as the NCAA remakes itself through a rewritten constitution that will give more power to the school. To that end, LEAD was encouraged to see its views were taking hold recently when the NCAA adopted 7 of its 11 recommendations. Among those was the abolition of the much criticized independent accountability resolution process. The future of basketball was not discussed formally last month. Various college officials came out of that lead meeting contending there is no grant of right between the Division I school and the NCAA that pinned them to play in March Madness. The grant of right is most commonly known as document schools sign that assign their television right to their conference. Lead executive and other AD confirmed to CBS Sport that there is no such binding document. "It's not ironclad," said Macmillan. "That's my quote. It's just not ironclad that they participate." Thank you.